like Percy with a beard. Shame he doesn't let that grow in anymore. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka GeekXX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Legend of Vox Machina. We are now on Season 3, Episode 8, which is called Siege and Silence. That's a poignant title. So the last episode, we basically focused on Percy wrapping up this nonsense with Ripley. He did his best to try to stand up to her and disrupt the whole production or the mass shipping of the pepper boxes. He also kind of tried to do a last-ditch appeal to her soul, but it is gone. And unfortunately, he ended up getting fatally shot, and the team had to fight their way through some hallucinogenic gas, which kind of brought out some fears that I think most of us have seen before. But we got to learn that Pike has got some pretty magical blood, quite literally. And then we had a little bit of Scanlan, who unfortunately looks like he just missed his daughter by possibly a couple of days. So we'll have to see whether or not he's able to find her again before rejoining the team. So I'm ready to jump into this episode and see what the fate of Percy is. So let's do that. But just before I do, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know when I drop these episodes, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. All right. This is beardless.
Doors open.
Where does his beard go?
You there? Happen to be some sort of cultist?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, how they met Percy.
You don't seem like you belong in a place like this.
Funny. You do.
Damn.
And you talk like you come from money.
Just because I articulate?
A small fortune, I dare say.
I like Percy with a beard. Shame he doesn't let that grow in anymore.
I'm totally alone in the world. Perhaps you can relate.
Not you seeing through it. Well, she does have a brother.
Let's see where the truth takes us. What's your name, anyways?
It's very long. You might want to get a pen and paper.
Grief has become our most familiar neighbor. And yet the sorrow of this
Oh,
tragedy...
that's pretty.
Deliver the light where darkness dwells.
Deliver the light where darkness dwells.
That is a huge lid. He definitely has a face for carving.
What happened? Where's Percy?
Who wants to tell?
There's a reason I've been pressing you about this.
And right before that, her hallucination says that everybody she loves dies.
I closed off my heart when I should have opened it. Gods, I am a bad luck charm.
Why would you say such a
Anyways,
thing?
but I hope you learned from this that you should open your heart.
Percy never knew.
He knew.
Of course he did.
He knew.
You'd be a fool to miss it. And that man was no fool.
Didn't I say that? People who are together, they look at each other a certain way.
Hey.
Different perspective now, Vax?
I'm sorry for running away from us.
Come inside.
Oh, you mean literally.
But we can face anything. If we're together.
Right? Let's take this lesson, Vax.
I haven't wanted to be alone most nights.
Damn, she moves fast. But this is a very common distraction from grief.
I could have stopped you from leaving.
Why didn't you?
When all options are terrible, you go with your heart.
And you needed to try. Vax is like, can I have a minute? Oh, the maiden's probably like, look, I let you get laid. What more do you want?
There's still a way, you know.
I thought we were done.
And plan our next move against Thordak.
She's like, no time to grieve.
Unless you want Paldore to perish as your friend did, I suggest we rekindle
Too soon.
it. I hadn't planned on burdening you with this, but it's time you knew the truth about your family and Thordak.
Now, is this the truth, or is this just what's going to be necessary to keep them focused on revenge?
You can't. The pain you're in. It's not the first time you and I have felt it.
What? What are you?
No.
How did she not sense Raishan?
Your hometown, if memory serves.
Mother.
Your fate has been tethered to the Cinder King since you were a child.
Is that the truth, though?
Thordak is your destiny.
I don't know if I trust her. Probably sounds desperate.
We may be able to avenge both of them.
Oh, that's true. I forgot Ripley is working with Thordak, too. I don't know if I trust Raishan because she definitely needs them. She wouldn't be this desperate to come back. So my guess is this could be a big fat lie. Could be the truth, but it could be a big fat lie.
Thordak's nest will hatch soon. If they do,
We're fucked in every single hole.
Okay, graphic.
If Thordak wins, friends, enemies, they all suffer.
Okay, Grog. Drop some knowledge on him.
that you're talking about a handful of scattered fighters. I doubt it would be enough.
I mean, a fraction of them took down a dragon
How
before.
about 1,000 Singorn soldiers?
Oh, that's right. She's nobility now. That's cool. The transitions are never not cool. I feel like the Whitestone Army's been through enough, but at this point...
You talking dragons?
No. Last time we got involved with you lot, we nearly got...
By your betrayal!
Or at least a much bigger bounty.
Right? I mean, dragon parts will probably sell for a lot more. I really want to talk about it. Daddy dearest! Me again.
I suppose you've come to receive my praise.
Kind of over that.
That somehow we were the reason you sent her to Byrodin. And if we hadn't been born, she might still be alive. Because you did too.
Damn!
You blamed us for her death.
Nonsense! I never said any such thing.
You turned your back on your
You have to
children.
say things for people to pick it up on. Pick up on it.
It's because you were too proud to admit you loved her. Her death hurt you as much as it hurt us.
I've moved on.
Have you?
And he's gone.
Exholi, I'm sorry.
That was genuine.
If you've any love left for me, or for Mother, then march to Imon and prove it.
Ooh.
Think of those who will occupy this world when you are gone.
Don't you have a daughter?
If anything is left.
Another one. And they will come for you eventually. Thordak's crazy. It's interesting because I don't think their dad didn't love them. He just... he did not know how to show that in a way that didn't make him look vulnerable. Not her... Excuse me?
What
that
are
was
you
not for
doing?
you.
Oh, sometimes singing calms my
Yeah,
nerves.
no, but the song, sweetie.
No more distractions.
Guys, you gotta see this.
Is the Singorn army here? Look at that, your daddy loves you. Well, since they're here, we're gonna take off. That would have been me.
And who might you be?
She's, well,
An informant. Her name is Larkin. Codename, that is.
She's like, okay.
It's a sound plan, Lady Vexalia.
But will it work?
We don't know. We always just go in half-assed and hope it comes out, you know? That's all you can do.
The Stormlord is by your side. That's all you need.
Hey. Both have beards.
for Percy, for Mother.
Now for the speech. Oh. I like it. Short and to the point. Oh, back to Mordor. Oh, you're all gonna die. Every last
Smoke
one
but
of
no
you.
fire. How's that work?
And no resistance.
Yes, this is terrifying. Hello, children. Since when did you learn to be so quiet and obedient? Why are they waiting?
Why are they not
I
attacking?
don't like this at all. Are they waiting for Daddy? Oh, they're waiting for Daddy.
Feel that.
Oh, God.
No. She sold us out.
No, she didn't.
Can you punch through this?
That's gonna be very loud. I was about to say, yeah.
Oh, damn it! I told you we couldn't trust her.
Shut up.
Wait.
I'm sorry, Keyleth. I'm sorry, but seriously.
He left his lair.
Yeah, he's a Papa Bear now. I'm sorry. Sorry, Daddy. The twins about to lose everybody, huh?
What have I done?
That's why I said I don't know. Like, I want to trust Raishan, but there's a very good chance that she was BSing. I didn't like this last meeting. Before that, I was like, okay, maybe she's telling the truth. She seems to be on the level, but this last time with her coming to them and only coming to the twins and using the revenge story, I said, I don't know. But what does Raishan stand to gain? She's dying from, like, that scar on her face is growing, which could be an illusion. We know she's able to change her appearance at will, so maybe it is an illusion. She really isn't sick, but I mean, she could have killed Vox Machina multiple times, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have killed them before they even knew she was there, since Vex can't sense her. So, I don't know. I want to think that she's not lying at this point, but again, maybe she probably didn't anticipate that Thordak would leave his lair either. But again, if all of his hatchlings are alive, he has no reason to stay in the lair, right? He was staying there before to protect the hatchlings, so if they're all out, then he doesn't need to protect them anymore. From the Nair, that is. Oh, yeah, obviously not part of the plan. They definitely did not plan on dealing with with a full-blown dragon that's got amplified powers coming out of his chest at this point in time. And yeah, they pretty much lost all of their grand troops. That's gonna be it. Oh my gosh, and poor Vex, she's gonna blame herself. She's gonna blame herself because she told them it was her plan. And if her dad dies, she's never recovering, guys. Percy and her dad. And she still hasn't fully accepted the fact that her mom wasn't her father. Damn. This show just be throwing the punches at these twins, huh? But speaking of the twins, on a slightly happier note, Vax and Keyleth are now official, I guess. I mean, official in the sense of they're no longer fighting the feelings, mostly Vax's side of things. I did say in the last episode that hopefully if Percy is gone, that the lesson that will be learned going forward is that life is not guaranteed, right? There's the expression that says that tomorrow is not promised, right? So the only thing we have is today. And yeah, if you meet someone or you have someone in your life that you really love, you really should not hold back with expressing that, because as much as we love to think we're going to live long lives, we don't know if that's the case. We don't know if the other person's going to have that luxury as well. And so one of the biggest things you'll always hear people regret is saying that they didn't express how they felt, or they didn't do enough to show how they felt, things like that. Those are the kind of things that people do tend to regret. And so we see that that's what's really killing Vex right now, is that she wanted to tell Percy, verbally tell him that she loved him. But as Vax said, I think he very much knew the feelings were there. But, there's a reason why those words exist in every language. Like, we like to hear those words. It means something to hear those words. And it sucks that she didn't get a chance to say that while she was working through her own trauma around that. But I really love this speech that she had between her and her dad, explaining where her trauma comes from and why this fear of expressing herself is there, and that Vax shares as well. We heard the story about the dad saying that he told them to guard their hearts. And of course they took that to heart because that was the living parent that they had. And unfortunately, not the right message, because now that they're older, I think finally Vex is seeing that her dad has guarded his heart as well. And where's that gotten him? He's got 2 children he's alienated from. His new wife doesn't look like they get along very well at all. And I mean, I don't know about their youngest daughter, but I wouldn't be surprised that if he doesn't change his ways, so, I mean, assuming he survives this, that she would grow up probably feeling the same way as Vex and Vax. So yeah, it's not closing your heart off. Logically sounds like the right idea, right? No one likes to be hurt. No one likes to feel lost. Grief is a horrible emotion. It's something necessary, but it's horrible and it's no fun when you're going through it. So it's understandable that people will want to avoid that at all costs. And sometimes they think that the only way to do that is to keep a wall between themselves and other people. So if they don't love them or express that love, then they can't be hurt. But the downside to that, which is a huge downside, is that it makes you isolated and lonely and often very unhappy. And it's just not a fun place to be. And we see that, Vex is experiencing that. She's like, this man who she could have had she was having a great time with him, but you get my point. It could have been more if she had allowed herself to fully open up to him the way that he was opening up to her. So that part was sad, obviously. And then we see Scanlan returned, unfortunately, after everything was said and done. And poor guy, like, he's blaming himself. I don't think he would have been able to change anything in that situation anyway. I guess the only difference would have been that's true. If they had Myth Carver, they would have been able to see exactly what was up with Ripley. potentially ahead of time, I maybe would have been able to see all the traps. But again, I'm not going to hold Scanlan to that because there's no guarantees that this still wouldn't have worked out the same way. So anyways, he's feeling bad though, because he did end up missing Kaylee, it looks like, and now he feels responsible for this. So we see that he's just feeling like he's just going to focus on being with Vox Machina and give up on the Kaylee thing, because he's like, at this point, it's a distraction. I'm hoping he doesn't mean that, but for now, the whole team's a bit discombobulated for understandable reasons. So yeah, other than that, we had the assault, or what we thought was going to be a good assault. I really like the idea that they said that they have to rally more people, because this is not just a Tal'Daroi issue, or Emon issue, I should say. It's everyone, right? These dragons are just going to raise everything if they don't get stopped. And so I'm glad that they came up with that. Well, Grog, good for you, Grog, came up with that idea. But it's just not enough people, right? This is a dragon. They're not easy to take down. Even though Vox Machina has taken 2 of them down, they're not as enhanced as Thordak, right? Thordak, I think, was the strongest one of them anyways. But with that jewel, he's just completely OP'd. And so, yeah, now that things are not going quite according to plan, and we kind of got everybody everywhere. And of course, now poor Vex's head was barely in the game already, but now it's going to be hard for her to get back into focus. So I just don't think this battle's going to go the way we want, at least initially. So yeah, we're going to have to see where things are going. It's crazy that's where we're at with only 8 episodes in, but I'm loving it. The show's doing a great job this season of building these stakes slowly but surely, and just leaving us with, you know, developments we just never thought possible. And like, as I said, I was kind of hoping that somehow we got Percy back, but if he's gone, then he's gone. I really liked his character. He really was my favorite in the group, so that does sadden me, but you know what? That's the reality, right? In a game of D&D, you do lose people sometimes. Sometimes you don't roll the right die. So anyway, that was a good episode as usual. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.